Hey there, Michelle. What is going on with you today?
Not too much, Lindsay. How are you?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to be on the mic and talk about a good topic for today for our listeners. Yeah?
Yeah, me too. Lindsay, do you tend to believe studies that come out in the news, or are you wary of them? Like,
That's a tricky one.
like 15% of people who eat this will die, like in like 20 years, about food, illness, there's so many things that come out. What's your feeling when you see those?
I tend to believe them when it supports a habit I already have and it says it's good.
That's
like
funny.
coffee. These days, the press on coffee is good.
Good.
Michelle.
Yes.
A lot
We're
of
pro
good stuff
coffee right
coming
now.
out. But then you never know. In 2 years, it could be like, oh, now it causes cancer. I mean, that's what happened with, not exactly what happened with wine, but back in the aughts, do you remember when everyone said, red wine is good for your heart. It's
antioxidants
so good for you. And so everyone started drinking more red wine. And now they're like, nope, alcohol in general is very bad for you.
Yep. I know. It's so hard. It's so hard to follow along. I don't know anymore. So that's why I try and stick with everything in moderation and hope for the best. I mean, not obviously things that are terrible for me, but things that are on the so today we're going to talk about a word that often comes up in these scenarios. And I think this is kind of a buzzword today because I've seen it a lot recently. Yeah, because we're always talking about these kinds of things. So what's the word?
Debunk. I love it. It's kind of fun to say. It sounds, I don't know, sounds like we're dropping news here.
Yeah. How do you spell that?
Yeah, Debunk. Interesting word. I don't know where it comes from, but it basically means to show that something people believe that something is now false that maybe they believed was true before.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly. So we're going to talk more about that in just a second. Guys, we want to remind you to hit follow wherever you're listening to the All Ears English podcast so you never miss an episode.
Yep, there's only one All Ears English. Our belief is connection, not perfection. So if you love our style, the way we do this, and you want to come along with us 5 days a week, you got to hit that follow button or that subscribe button if you are consuming this on YouTube. So Michelle, this is going to be fun because I've always found it interesting, especially, in American culture, poke fun at ourselves here. We're so obsessed with health research, nutrition research, but we still have some of the highest rates of obesity in the world. It's like, what gives,
Yeah. Yeah, good question. Yeah, I mean, so I think it's also because we're such a large country.
Yeah, sure.
And it's hard. It's like it's so hard to get everybody on board, but
for sure.
And different areas in the country are totally different, and so it's very interesting. So with this word debunk, so again, it's kind of like proving something is wrong.
Yes. So you might hear things like debunk a myth, debunk a theory, debunk a common misconception. Do you say debunk or debunk? Which do you say? I feel like you could say both, right? Debunk.
I think you could say debunk.
Yeah.
Now we're saying it too many times that it's sounding silly to me.
I say both. I think there's no way to go wrong with this.
Yeah. And I mean, you might hear this or see this word in the news a lot, right? Like, so we talked about, debunking, I guess I say debunk a study, like what we're talking about, the coffee, they said that coffee was bad, but now we've debunked that and we realize it's great, right?
All the better for us.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
But it's not just nutrition, even though I really enjoy, I find nutrition really interesting. So I enjoy seeking out those whenever those articles are in the news. I always read them and add them to, my body of knowledge, misunderstandings, right?
Yeah.
But it goes beyond just nutrition, of course. So here's one with nutrition, though. I read an article debunking the misconception that a low-fat diet is good for you. And this is another thing that has been coming out recently. But then people saying high-fat diet is good for you. I'm not sure about that either, right?
It's some of it you just have to take it all with a grain of salt and kind of just do your best. I don't know. It's because, then they say there's good fats and bad fats. Right. When we were growing up, Lindsay, I'm sure you remember, it was like everything was low fat. Yes. Meanwhile, they're adding all these chemicals in.
Right. That are probably really dangerous for our health. Right. All these fake sugars and, sort of additives and preservatives.
Yeah. Right. They had to make it taste good somehow.
Right.
Like, I remember, I remember when I first started thinking about that. I remember because I would always get like low-fat salad dressing, and I remember one of my mom's friends was like, "Yeah, but like they had to do something to make the taste good. So like, what are they?" And it started made me think, and I always remember that.
This is why I love traveling, because if you go pretty much anywhere else in the world, a lot of the food is fresh. Like you go to Italy, France. I mean, you're eating farm to table, and it's not astronomically expensive either. And it just oh gosh, I remember when we went to Slovenia last year. Slovenia, the food in Slovenia is so clean. It's just so clean, and you can tell, you feel it in your stomach when you're eating it. It's just such a different experience than eating here in the States.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Here's another one. The supervisor debunked the rumor that layoffs were going to happen next week. So what are we saying here? What did the supervisor do?
Yeah, he or she basically said, okay, it's not true. There is a rumor, but the rumor is incorrect. There are no layoffs. Like
he addressed it in some way and said that it was false. Or what's another?
I'm going to show you something that will debunk your prior misconceptions about homeschooling. Right.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, homeschooling in this country. Like,
yeah.
So sometimes people think, like they have judgments on homeschooling, but people who homeschool their kids, they feel really strongly about it. So interesting stuff.
And this is all colliding with the Instagram age, right? Yep. Where we have people kind of just saying what they think is true, whether it's based in any science. They just use certain phrases that feel heavier. Right. And so there is fake news out there. Kind of everywhere. It's tricky. It's crazy out there, Michelle. It's crazy out there.
It is. Or what's another one?
The professor debunked the myth from the 1800s by explaining the history to the class. Okay. So when you have more context, maybe you can debunk certain myths a bit better. Right?
Or one more. The reporter put out a shocking story debunking the idea that the school system was doing well.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Lindsay, have you ever had to debunk anything in your life, at work?
That's a tricky one.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like, when we set our highest value here at All Ears English as connection, I feel like maybe the industry was more in a mindset of being correct, being perfect, focusing on being correct, but we believe that there's something higher. It's not exactly the same thing. But I don't have any good examples, Michelle. Do you have anything?
There are certain things in the news, that will come out where you talk about them with family or something like that. And there's a lot of, political discussion, and you say, wait a second, but that's not true. Like you heard that somewhere. Gosh. Maybe you heard that online, that wasn't a valid source. And, so.
God. Yeah. When it comes to politics and fake things with vaccines and stuff, people's perspectives, that can get into a really heated area. You got to be careful to enter those conversations. But anyways, we can say more about this.
Yes. But Lindsay, how does someone debunk? What are you debunking with?
Well, you try to do it with proof, with facts, images, numbers, videos, but I feel like nowadays in kind of this fake news era, we don't necessarily listen to facts or trust facts all the time, or not everyone does. So I don't know. How do you do it, Michelle?
That's how you should do it. But I wonder, like, even now, I'll see things coming up online for me where I'm watching a video or something and I can tell that it's not real.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's the scary part about where the news is heading, and with AI and things.
Yes.
Ooh, that's just actually frightening, because right now I still think it's a little glitchy where you're watching something and you're like, wait a second, that doesn't look like her.
That's not the real person. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's I don't know. And there's no way. But in a few years or even sooner, it might get harder to tell, and we have to be really careful.
Yep. Don't worry, guys. This is the real us right
here.
Yes.
Or is it? Yes.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. Just a few years from now, things could, AI is just moving so incredibly fast, Michelle. So a year from now, we don't know where we'll be. It's true. Yeah. It's wild. Yeah.
Hey, quick question. Do you want to feel more confident when you speak English? If so, we made a free guide for you. It'll help you avoid those common mistakes and start speaking more naturally in real conversations. Go grab it in the description below. And if this is helpful for you, make sure that you like and subscribe. We're here 5 times a week to help you connect in English.
Okay, so other ways we might say debunk, if we don't want to always go around saying debunk, 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 we could say disprove, right? The professor disproved the report by showing the graphs she had recorded in her book 3 years ago. Okay.
Or expose, right? So like she exposed the truth, right? So that's more like to uncover. By sharing pictures she had taken of the couple together.
Yes, expose. So uncover, unleash the information that no one knew about before, right? Discredit. The scientist discredited the reporter's claim by bringing her to the lab and showing her exactly why she was wrong. So all in the same ballpark, not exactly the same.
Right. Some minor differences.
Yeah. So let's do a role play. Here, you and I are reporters talking about a story that we're about to break. I would love to be. I feel like in an alternate life, I would like to be like an investigative reporter. If I were better at details, I think it'd be, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It would be interesting. Also, I just want to bring up one more, which I kind of touched on earlier, which was to prove someone wrong or to disprove could also be another one. So there's a lot here, but all right, here we go.
All right.
Wow, this is huge. All right. We need to be strategic about this if we really want to expose the truth.
Right. We need proof in order to discredit the claims that came out.
We will debunk everything they said.
Okay. All right, guys. So here we are exposing the truth, exposing the truth. You said we need to be strategic about this if we really want to expose the truth, meaning bring light to the facts.
Yes. And then you said, right, we need proof in order to discredit the claims that came out.
And then you said, we will debunk everything they said. Yeah. And I really admire and respect investigative reporters that get to the bottom of these stories. We need them. But in the U.S., they're getting a little less funded now. Like investigative reporting. We've talked about this on the show before. There's the talking heads because it's entertaining. They bring in the podcasters and I don't know who they bring in, like personalities. And they just have opinion all night, you know, on CNN. And there's less actual news investigating. Like go out and investigate a story. Talk to sources. You know, that's what I want to see more of. But we're seeing less of it. Unfortunately.
Yes, exactly. All right, Lindsay, guys, check out episode 2609. That was English grammar to show your nostalgia. And Lindsay, what do you think about for the takeaway for today?
Well, I think I don't know, it depends on your social circle, but I feel like I sometimes talk about like health research with friends. This is an area where you can be a little safer than if you veer into politics. You could end up in a tricky area, but like talking about studies that have debunked prior understandings of things like the wine thing is kind of funny and interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
However, now I think that, you know, health and politics, it's really like starting to mix together a lot. So that can also, lead to, so it's kind of. I
found a topic that was just,
you found a neutral topic. No, you didn't. Yeah. No, but I mean, so things like that. But there's a lot of controversy about what's actually healthy and in politics and who believes what. And so,
it's wild. It's wild. So try to find a topic that you could talk about scientific research that's continuing to come out that is not so hot button, right? Hot button is a bonus phrase for today. It's not a hot button issue, meaning a issue that sends people off into their silos of belief, right?
Yeah. Sports. Debunk some misconceptions about sports or something about how movies are made, or there's
something out there still. I'm sure
there's still something to debunk, guys. Don't you worry.
All right, good stuff. Good episode today, Michelle, and I will see you back on the show soon. You have a good day.
All right. You too. Bye.